Okay, so this is Lesson 7 Sprites, and this says Exploring Sprites. This program uses some new blocks that you haven't seen before. Do this with your partner, read the code, and discuss how you think it works. Change some lines and see what happens. What do you think each line is doing? Okay, so we've got a variable, we know what that is. It says fruit, and then this is new. Create sprite x100, y200. Then this is also new. Fruit set animation apple variable vegetable equals create sprite 300 200 vegetable set animation carrot, and then this is new as well. Draw sprites. Okay, so this is our world toolbox. Notice this is draw sprites. We've got our drawing, so we've got our background, fill, no fill, stroke, no stroke, RGB, rectangle, ellipse, text, text size, and line, kind of what we're used to. Here's our variable. Okay, sprites, this is the new one, and then this should be random numbers. Okay, so let's click run, and we have an apple, and we have a carrot. Okay, click finish. Okay, so now you're going to watch a video, and she's going to introduce you to sprites. Like what is a sprite, what are properties, and then what problem do sprites solve for us. Okay, so watch that, and we'll move on to lesson 3, or step 3. All right, so creating sprites is variable sprite equals, and then create sprite. So creating a new sprite assigns it to a variable. The default name is sprite, so you'll want to change it to something more meaningful. Like remember last time it was fruit and vegetable. So drawing sprites, sprites only appear on the screen when you draw them there. Calling draw sprites. If you don't put this here, this right here, draw sprites, it won't draw anything, even if you have everything else that's right. Okay. So it says do this. This program includes comments that let you know where to place code, but otherwise it's blank. So for example, this is the comment. See how you have slash slash, and then it says creating sprites, and then you have slash slash drawing. Those are comments. Okay. Your program should look like the image on the right. So we've got this like white background with the gray box. So it says add variable, create sprite 200 200, which I've already done. Under the comment creating sprites, okay. You can ignore the yellow triangle because that's there, warning you for now. It's just telling you that you haven't used your sprite yet, which we haven't. Now it says add draw sprite under the comment right there, okay. Now it says run the code. Okay, bam, there we go. Now it says hint, sprites are drawn from their center, which means that the center of the square, not the top left corner, is at 200 200. So this is not, well, we can do this. Remember how we click show grid? So this is actually it's 150 by 150. That's the center though, 200 200. Okay, this is important because when you put something like a sprite, if you're thinking it's going to show up over here, it's actually going to show up in the middle. Okay, so click finish. All right, so now we need to debug the program. So this program should create 2 new sprites, one on the left side of the screen, one on the right, but it's only drawing 1. You don't need to add any code, just rearrange the code to make sure that both sprites show up in the picture on the right, just like this. Okay, so what happened? Well, let's look. Version history, we'll start over. So we've got our variable left sprite equals create sprite 100 200. Then we have draw sprite. Then we have our variable right sprite. Okay, so click run. Oh my God, it's only showing 1. Why is that? Well, this is actually quite simple. Remember, order of operations is important in math, and it's very important in coding as well. So this line, what's on line 2, we need to remove draw sprite. So hit Control and X. Now nothing will draw. Okay, the rectangles are there. Nothing's bringing it up. So we have to put that back. So paste it on line 3, and there you go. Okay, you can't draw if you put that in like let's say that I hit Control Z here, and instead of putting it on line 3, I hit it here and I put it draw sprite. It's not enough that draw sprite is on the screen in your workspace. It has to be placed in the correct place. Okay, it must go after the variables have been defined with the variable. Okay, Click finish. Okay, now you want to add animations. So this is where we get into some fun stuff. It says, this program draws 4 sprites to the screen, and one of them has an animation from the animation tab. So new tab, okay? And where's that? Right here. There's my animation tab. There's my code, okay? Run the code, see what happens. Okay, oh look, I have these animals, but that's not actually how yours is going to look. So let's go start over. Run. Okay, so we've got an alien in the bottom right, but we have just rectangles in the top in these 3 other areas. Okay, so look at the animation tab to see what animations are available. If you don't understand what to do, click show me where. And I thought it would show you. Why does it not show you? It's right here. Okay. So here's my animation. I have an alien, I have a bunny, I have a flybot, and I have a plain red. Okay. Feel free to alter your animations or choose a new one. Okay, so you could, just remember, don't go too down the rabbit hole on this, because this is where people could end up running out of time. So you could look at other things. So like, I don't know, let's go with the shield kind of caught my eye. So where's that at? I can't find it. There's a bow. I saw that shield. Where did it go? We'll go with the bow instead. Okay. Bam. See what I'm talking about? See that shield right there? That's what I'm talking about. Where did it go? Drives me crazy. Let's try this. Shield. Oh. Okay, so there's the shield I was looking for. Boom. Notice it's shield 1, bow 1. Okay, so now I come to my code. It says use the set animation command to change the look of your sprites. So, what does that mean? Okay, so here we've created our variables, okay? Top left sprite, top left sprite, top right sprite, bottom left sprite, bottom right sprite. That's great. Bottom right sprite has this though. Bottom right sprite dot set animation is alien. That's what we need to add because right now we don't have any other animations. So you're going to click or type sprite set animation. Now remember, it said that that's what it's called by default, but that's not actually what my sprites are called. My sprites are called top left sprite, top right sprite, bottom left sprite, bottom right sprite. So see how line 7 says bottom right sprite, alien? I have to do the same thing over here. So I'm going to change so that my top left sprite, so I'm going to go top left sprite, set animation, and then I want this to be shield. Now, I don't know the name of it, so I have to go here, set animation. It's shield underscore 1. So that's what it's got to be here, 2 underscore 1. That didn't work, did it? There we go, underscore 1. All right, so if I hit run, I should have, oh, it's gigantic. Okay, big shield in an alien. So this is an issue, but we're going to let this go for now. So let's do the same thing. We need to create sprite for the top right. So it's going to be top right sprite dot set animation. And then what's my thing? I'm going to make this one my bow. So this is going to be a big bow over here. Okay, yep, there it is. And now we have what, bottom left? Yep. So bottom left sprite dot set animation, and we'll make this the flybot. Okay, so now I have 4 sprites. Okay, that's all we're going to do for this for right now. So go ahead and click finish. You're going to watch this video on questions to consider, such as what are the steps to adding an image to a sprite, and then what are the different ways to get an image, because you can't just use anything. Remember that. That's important because stuff is copyrighted. All right, click continue. All right, now we're going to debug some sprites. So it says this program draws 3 sprites to the screen, but it's not working yet. The wrong sprite is in front and one sprite's animation isn't showing up. Do this. Run the code and see what happens. Okay, let's do that. Oh, okay. But I already fixed it, so we've already got to go the version history. Click start over. Click run. Ah, there we go. Okay, fix the two problems. Just like shapes, sprites are drawn in the order that they are created. Okay, so see how it's got a soda, an ice cream, and then get ready. So we've got an ice cream, and we've got get ready. So let's go with what we know about the order. So our message, which is our text, we need to do something with that so that it's drawn last, not the way that it currently is. So see how this is text get ready? So what we need to do is we need this to be taken out of line 2, and we need this to be placed on line 6. Okay, now if I hit reset and run, oh, it didn't work. What happened? Variable message, variable set image. Ah. Okay, let's go with show blocks. Okay. Drink. It's because of how we created this. So our variable creation is what is important. So we want to create the drink, we want to create the dessert, and then we want the message. Okay, so the order that the variables are created is just as important as their placement, like the set animation. Okay. Okay, so we've got dessert. That's right. So what's wrong with the drink? Drink, soda. It's not called soda. Okay, there's my soda. That's working. So what is the problem? Drink, drink. Dessert. Ah, see this? Drink dot set animation, ice cream. So this should be drink. This should be dessert. Oop. All right. There you go. Click finish. So what you have here is an assessment, and you guys can complete that on your own. Okay, now what we have is creating sprites and setting animations. You do have to do at least one. You might want to do all of these, honestly, if you have the time or the inclination. This is where are the sprites. This is sprite animations. This says fix the names of the animations so that the errors go away. It's sort of similar to what we did, just different sprites. Sprite name, again, this is very good practice for getting used to the nomenclature. Sprite order, fish scene, this says get creative and make a fish scene, or combine ideas. This is where you create your own scene using both drawing and sprites. So if you're of the creative type, you know, F is a good choice. So let's go with, I'm going to do fish scene. So it says we've started you off with 3 different fish sprites using anything else that you want, like drawing or other sprites. Customize the fish sprites to make a fun scene. So I'm going to click run. Okay, I got 3 fish. One thing, like let's just think about this drawing. Fish, where are they located? They're located in water. So let's make this blue. Okay, there's my blue. Maybe I don't like that color blue, so I make it light blue.